Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Crochet for Baby. Thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this vest. It's very easy to make. If you've seen my little pinafore dress tutorial, the yoke might be a little familiar. It's exactly the same except that this here is a bit bigger. I decided to make a little vest since a lot of subscribers have asked that I make some. So here is one that's very easy to make. So I hope you like it. This here I made it for a baby, but if you want to make it a bit smaller, let's say between 6 and 9 months, all you have to do is just use a 3mm crochet hook with light number 3 baby yarn. And if you want to make it between 12 and 18 months, all you have to do is just use a 4.5mm crochet hook with light number 3 baby yarn. I hope you like it, and without further say, let's get started, and thank you for watching. Okay, to begin, I'll be using this 3.5mm crochet hook, and today I'm using this light number 3 baby yarn. For those of you who ask, I'm using Bernat Baby Sport. This is a light number 3 yarn in this color, baby pink. Okay, so to begin, I have a chain here. This chain here measures 40 inches, which is about 16 centimeters, and I have a total of 65 chains. The stitch multiple for our base chain is 4 plus 1. Okay, so to begin, on the second chain from the hook, 1, 2, I'm going to make a single crochet. A single crochet into the next chain, single crochet into the next, and so on all the way to the very end, just making single crochets on each one of these chains. Continue like this. At the end of this first row, I'm going to have a total of 64 single crochets, so I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this first row. I have a total of 64 single crochets in this first row. Now for the second row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. In this row, what we're going to do is I'm going to skip 2 single crochets, and into the third single crochet, I'm going to make a V-stitch. The V-stitch consists of a double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet. So beginning into the third single crochet, I'm going to make a double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet. Okay, and here's my first V-stitch. Now again, skip 2 single crochets, and into the third single crochet, make 1 more V-stitch. Double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Continue like this for this second row, just making these V-stitches. You're going to skip 2 single crochets, and into the third single crochet, you make your V-stitch. Double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet. I will meet you at the end of this second row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this second row. To finish, I have these 3 single crochets. Into the last one, which is the third one, I'm going to make a double crochet. And here's our second row. Now in this second row, I have a total of 20 V-stitches. And then at the end of each side, I have the 3 chains at the beginning and a double crochet here at the end. Okay, so now for the third row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. Inside each one of these chain 2 spaces inside the V-stitch, not here in the middle between each V-stitch, but inside each one of these V-stitches, we're going to make the following. You're going to make 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 2, 2 double crochets, 1, 2. Inside the next one, the next V-stitch, same thing, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, 2 chains, 2 double crochets. Okay, so continue like this all the way to the very end, just making these fans of 2 double crochets, 2 chains, 2 double crochets inside each one of these chain 2 spaces of each one of your V-stitches. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this third row, and again I have a total of 20 fans. Now for this row, to finish, we're going to go into the second chain. These are 3 chains here, so into the second chain, and we're going to make a double crochet, and this is how we're going to finish this third row. Now for the fourth row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. In this row, we're going to do the same thing we did on the third row. So inside each one of these fans, inside the chain 2 space, we're going to make 2 double crochets, 1, 2, 2 chains, 2 double crochets, 1, 2. Okay, jump to the next fan, same thing, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 2, 2 double crochets. Continue like this all the way to the very end. For this fourth row, I will meet you there to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this fourth row, and to finish, I just made a double crochet here into the second chain. Now for the fifth row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. Inside each one of these fans, inside the chain 2 space, we're going to make the following. We're going to make 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 3, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. Again, inside the next fan, same thing, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 3 chains, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. Continue like this all around. I will meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this fifth row. I finished by making a double crochet onto the second chain here at the end, and this is how I finish this fifth row. And in total, I have 20 fans for this fifth row. Now for the sixth row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. Inside each one of these chain 3 spaces, or inside each one of these fans, we're going to make the following. We're going to make 9 double crochets. So beginning into this first one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 double crochets. Now go to the next fan and do the same thing. 9 double crochets inside each one of these fans. Continue like this all the way to the end. I will meet you there to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the sixth row, and to finish, I just made a double crochet onto the second chain here at the end. And in total, same thing, we have 20 fans, and each one of these fans has 9 double crochets. Now for the seventh row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. And here what we're going to do is inside each one of these spaces between each double crochet, beginning here, see, here's the first double crochet and here's the second. Right in the middle, right there, I'm going to make a double crochet, chain 1. Then open up the next one, same thing, double crochet, chain 1, 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 and double crochet. This is how you're going to work each one of these fans, and as you can see, I have a total of 8 double crochets separated by 1 chain just on this first fan. So you're going to do the same thing for the next one. So here we're just going to jump to the first space between the first double crochet and the second double crochet. Do not chain 1 here, you just automatically jump to the first space and make your first double crochet. Chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Continue like this all the way to the very end. I will meet you there to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the 7th row. To finish, I'm not going to chain 1 here at the end, but rather I'm just going to go into the 2nd chain, which is this one here, and make a double crochet. And this is how I finished this 7th row. And if you count each one of these double crochets on top of each one of these fans, we have a total of 160 double crochets. So in total, if you count the 3 chains and this last one that we did, we have 162 double crochets. Now for the 8th row, what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1 and turn. And on top of this first double crochet, I'm going to make a single crochet. On top of this first double crochet of this fan, I'm going to also make a single crochet. I'm going to chain 3, and into this space between each one of these double crochets, you see this chain 1 space, I'm going to make a single crochet. Chain 3, single crochet inside the next chain 1 space, chain 3, single crochet inside the next chain 1 space, chain 3, single crochet inside the next chain 1 space, chain 3, single crochet inside the next chain 1 space, chain 3, single crochet inside the next chain 1 space, chain 3, single crochet inside the next chain 1 space. And this is how you're going to work each one of these fans. And if you count each one of these chain 3s, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're going to have 7 chain 3 spaces for each fan. Now to work your next fan, you're going to jump to the first chain 1 space. Don't do anything here between each fan. We're just going to automatically just jump to the first chain 1 space, just like this. Now chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. This is all you're going to do for this row, and this is what it looks like from the other side. Okay, so continue like this. I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this row. I have chained 3, and to finish, instead of making my single crochet into this last space, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my single crochet on top of the last double crochet. So there, and to finish, we're going to also make a single crochet here at the end, right there, so that at the beginning and at the end it looks the same. So 2 single crochets at the end, and this is how we finish this row. And now the yoke is done. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to chain 1, and we're going to work single crochets into this first single crochet and into this 3 chain space. So here, insert your hook into this last single crochet and make a single crochet. Inside this chain 3 space, make 2 single crochets. And then right here where this double crochet and the 3 chains join, right there, there's a little hole or a little space there. Insert your hook and make a single crochet. So in total I did 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochets, and it puts me right about this row where we did the first fan of 9 double crochets. So now here, this part here is going to be a bit tricky because we're going to make a slip stitch right here. So I'm going to insert my hook like this and make a slip stitch right there. Like that. Okay, and now I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to work our row like this. So make sure that your this part here is facing you, because what we're going to do next is we're going to make front post double crochets around this fan. So we're going to make 9 front post double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook into the first double crochet of the fan and make a front post double crochet. Okay, now same thing, yarn over, insert your hook into the next double crochet and make your front post double crochet. We're going to do this 9 times because there's 9 double crochets for the fan. So again, into the next front post double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook here, grab a loop and make your double crochet. Again, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and into the next, make again a front post double crochet, and here's the last one. Okay, so here we have the 9 front post double crochets, not including the 3 chains. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 front post double crochets, and that's what it looks like. Now to begin the next fan, same thing, yarn over, insert your hook like this into the first double crochet, grab a loop and make your front post double crochet. Again, yarn over, insert your hook and make your front post double crochet. Continue like this all around. I will meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next, and this is what it looks like from this side, and the other side it looks like this. Very pretty. Okay, I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this row, and to finish I'm going to make my last double crochet here into this little hole that you see there at the end, at the very end. And that's where I'm going to make my last double crochet, and this is how I finish this row. And in total, if you count every single one of these double crochets, including this last one that we did and the 3 chains at the beginning, I have 182 double crochets all around, and this is what it looks like. Okay, there it is. And if you notice, I've put stitch markers, and we're going to divide the sleeves next. So I'm going to tell you where I placed my stitch markers. Okay, so here's where we finished. So from here to this first stitch marker, I have 23 double crochets. Okay, this is going to be one of the front panels. From here, from this stitch marker all the way to the next one, which is this one here, I have 45 double crochets, and this is going to be one of the sleeves. Okay, like that. From this stitch marker to this stitch marker, I have 46 double crochets. This is going to be the back panel. The back panel and the front panels, these two, need to have the same number of stitches, which is 23 plus 23 equals 46. So that's why we have 46 double crochets here between this stitch marker and this stitch marker. And then again, from this stitch marker to this other stitch marker, we have 45 double crochets, which is going to be the other sleeve, like this. And then in this front panel again, we have 23 double crochets. So in total, again, I have 182 double crochets. Now, if for some reason you're short 1 or 2 stitches, don't worry about it, just divide it accordingly. Just make sure that the front panels and the back panel have the same number of stitches when you add them up together. If you don't have the same number of stitches, it could be that here when you were making these fans, instead of making them with 9 double crochets, you maybe made them with 8. It happened to me, but I was able to go back and correct it. So anyway, so now what we're going to do is for this next row, we're going to divide our sleeves. So here, okay, so this is where I finished. So for the next row, I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to turn and work double crochets on top of each one of these double crochets until I have a total of 23 double crochets, including the 3 chains. So I have 1 on top of the next one, make a double crochet, that's 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22,
23 double crochets, including the 3 chains, and that's what it looks like. Okay, so now we're going to divide the first sleeve. Chain 2, skip these 45 double crochets, and onto the 46th double crochet, which is this one here after the stitch marker, I'm going to make a double crochet. Okay, and now we're going to work 46 double crochets, which is going to be the back side. Okay, and you're just going to continue with the same thing, just 1 double crochet on top of each one of these double crochets until you have a total of 46. So I will meet you here to show you how we're going to divide the next sleeve and then finish this row. Okay, I'm here at the end. I've made these 46 double crochets. So now what we're going to do is we're going to divide the next sleeve. So chain 2, skip these 45 double crochets and onto the 46th double crochet, which is this one here after the stitch marker, I'm going to make a double crochet. And this is how we divide the sleeve, and that's what it looks like. And now from here on, I'm just going to make 1 double crochet on top of each one of these double crochets, and I'm going to finish with a total of 23 double crochets. I will meet you here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. To finish here, I'm just going to make a double crochet on top of the last chain here at the end, and this is how I finish this row. And this row here is done, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so we have our 2 front panels and then we have the back side. In total we have 23 double crochets on this front panel, 23 double crochets on this front panel, so that's 46 double crochets for the front, and then in the back we have 46 double crochets. So in total we have 92 double crochets plus 2 chains here on this side and 2 chains here on this side, and this is what it looks like. Okay, there it is. Now for the next row, this is going to be the first row where we start using our pattern stitch, and we're going to start counting our rows. So for the first row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. Now I'm going to skip this double crochet and into the 3rd double crochet. If you count from the beginning, 1, 2, 3 onto the 3rd double crochet, I'm going to make a fan. So double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. This is going to be our pattern stitch, so 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Skip 2 double crochets and into the 3rd double crochet, I'm going to make my next fan. So double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochets. I'm going to continue like this until I come to this part here where we have the 2 chains. Skip 2 double crochets and into the 3rd, make 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Skip 2 double crochets and into the 3rd, make your 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Skip 2 double crochets and into the 3rd, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Skip 2 double crochets and into the 3rd double crochet I found 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Skip 2 double crochets and into the 3rd, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, and now here we have 1, 2 double crochets, so we're going to make our fan onto the 1st chain. Okay, remember we have 2 here, so into the 1st chain right there I'm going to make 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Oops. 1, 2. Now for the next one we're going to skip this chain and skip this double crochet, and into the 2nd double crochet I'm going to make my fan. 1, 2, chain 1, 2 double crochets. And now here you're just going to continue in the same way, skip 2 double crochets and into the 3rd, make your fan. Continue like this. I will meet you here at the end of this back panel right here to show you again how we're going to work these double crochets, these fans here. Okay, I'm here at the end and I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets still here right before we do the next sleeve. Up to here I have 14 fans, so if you count from here, from this first fan up to here, we have 14 fans. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to make a small adjustment. We have 5 double crochets, so instead of making the next fan into the 3rd double crochet, which is this one here, we're going to make it into the 4th double crochet. So 1, 2, 3 into the 4th double crochet, make your fan. Two double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, and now here we're going to skip this double crochet, skip this chain, and into the 2nd chain right here we have 2 chains, remember, and the double crochet, that's 1, 2, and into the 3rd stitch I'm going to make my fan. Now we're doing this so that the other front panel that we did at the beginning and this front panel have the same number of fans. Okay, so now skip 1, 2, and into the 3rd double crochet, make your fan. Chain 1, 2 double crochets. Continue like this for this side here. I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. I have a total of 31 fans up to here. So all around this first row, I have 31 fans. And to finish, I'm just going to make a double crochet here at the end where we have these 3 chains. And this is how I finished this row. Now for the second row is what we're going to repeat throughout. So we're going to chain 3, turn. And inside each one of these fans where we have the chain 1 space, we're going to make the following. We're going to make 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, 2 double crochets. 1, 2. Okay, jump to the next fan and do the same thing. 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, 2 double crochets. This is how we're going to work this second row. So continue like this. I will meet you here at the end to show you how we're going to finish this row and then show you the 3rd row. Okay, I'm here at the end of this second row, and again I have a total of 31 fans, so on every row you're going to always have 31 fans. So now to finish, we're going to make a double crochet here at the very end. You can either make it here where we have the 3rd chain or on the 2nd chain. I think I'm going to do it on the 2nd chain because it looks I think a lot better, just like that. So that's how you're going to finish every row. And then To begin every row from here on, you're just going to chain 3 and turn. And inside each one of these chain 1 spaces, or inside each one of these fans, you're going to do the same thing. 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. This is all we're going to do, so continue like this all the way to the very end. I'm not exactly sure how many rows I'm going to do, but I will let you know here how many, so I will meet you at the end of this row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the 17th row, so in total I did 17 rows of fan stitch, and it's measuring 9 inches from the first row that we did where we divided the sleeves, which is about 23 centimeters. Okay, so now what we're going to do next is we're going to work single crochets along this side. So now here what we're going to do next is we're going to chain 1, and inside this little space that you see here, I'm going to make a single crochet. Inside each one of these spaces, we have, this is a double crochet, this is a 3 chain, double crochet, 3 chain. We're going to make 2 single crochets right there. Okay, 2 single crochets into the next space, 2 single crochets into the next, and so on. Continue like this until you come about here. So I'll meet you here where we have this row of double crochets where we divided the sleeves, because this is where we're going to also grab with the single crochets this part here. So I'll meet you here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the top. I finished making my 2 single crochets here on this first row where we did the first row of fans, and then we have this row where we divided the sleeves, which are double crochets. So up to here I have a total of 35 single crochets. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this fan here, and I'm going to also make single crochets, but making sure that when I do my single crochet, I insert my hook and grab this end as well. So make a single crochet, single crochet. Okay, so that's 2 single crochets. And then we have this space here that if you pull, we have this little hole. So in there, you're going to also make a single crochet. So between here and here we have 3 single crochets. And now along this side we're just going to work the same thing. 2 single crochets into this first space, 2 single crochets here, 2 single crochets here, 2 single crochets,
Oh, Mom.
2 single crochets here, 2 single crochets here. Okay, and then we have this row of single crochets that we did. So here at the end, make 1 single crochet, and then we have the first chain. So there you're going to make 3 single crochets on this corner. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to work along the neckline, just making single crochets like this. Single crochet. Okay, so continue like this along the neckline, and this is what it looks like that. And then this part here, this is what it looks like. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end here on this other end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. I did 3 single crochets into the very last chain, and now we have this row of single crochets, so I'm going to make 1 single crochet. So don't forget to make 3 single crochets here into this very corner stitch. And now we have these double crochets and chain 3, so we're only going to make 2 single crochets into each one of these spaces. Okay, so now we have this fan here, and we did single crochets here on this on this end. So I'm going to insert my hook here into this, let's see, there's a single crochet there, and I'm going to insert my hook there. Let's see how this works out. Okay, and then insert my hook into the next single crochet here, and insert my hook here into this row of double crochets, 2, and then insert my hook into the next single crochet and insert my hook here into this space. Okay, that's perfect. So that's 3 single crochets here, which is the same as the other side. So now I'm just going to continue along this side where we have these 3 chains and double crochets along the edge, and all we do is just make 2 single crochets just like this. Okay, so continue like this. I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the bottom, and now we're going to work single crochets here where we have these fans. So into this last space here, I made 4 single crochets to help me turn here. So now on top of each one of these fans, we're going to make single crochets as well. So we're going to make 1, 2, inside the chain 1 space, 3, and into these next 2 double crochets, that's 4 and 5. Okay, so we're going to make 5 single crochets because we have 4 double crochets and a chain 1 space. And again, for the next fan, same thing, single crochet, inside the chain 1 space, single crochet, into the next 2 double crochets, single crochet, and single crochet. This is how we're going to work this part here, so continue like this all around. I will meet you here on this other side to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the bottom. I finished making these 5 single crochets, and now I'm going to make a single crochet also here into this little hole that's there, right there. And to finish, I'm just going to join to the beginning like this with a slip stitch, and this is how we finish this row. Now we're going to make 1 more row of single crochets all around, and when we come here to this other side, we're going to make our buttonholes. So here, to continue with the next row, we're going to chain 1, and into the same stitch I just did the slip stitch, I'm going to make a single crochet on top of the next, single crochet on top of the next, and continue like this, just making single crochets. I'll meet you here at the top to show you how we're going to work these 3 single crochets. Okay, I'm here at the very top, and into this very corner single crochet right there, I'm going to make 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. And now I'm just going to continue along the neckline, just making single crochets all around the neckline, just like this. This is what it looks like right there. Okay, so continue like this. I'll meet you here on this other end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here on this other end, and into this last single crochet, which is the very corner single crochet, I'm going to make 3 single crochets into the same stitch. And now I have a stitch marker into the next single crochet, so I'm going to chain 1, skip this single crochet where I have the stitch marker, and into the next single crochet, which is this one here, I'm going to make a single crochet. And here's my first buttonhole. Now the buttons that I'm going to use are very little, so make sure that this space here is big enough for the buttons that you're going to use. So here, I'm just going to now continue making single crochets until I come to the next stitch marker. And I have 6 single crochets in between. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, chain 1, skip this single crochet, and into the next, make your next single crochet. And now I'm just going to make this 6 single crochets. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chain 1, skip this single crochet, and into the next, make my next single crochet. And now I'm just going to continue along this way, just making single crochets. If you want to make more than 3 buttonholes, you can do that. Just make sure you do the same thing we did here. Okay, so I'll meet you here on this other end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. Into this very corner single crochet, I'm going to make 3 single crochets into the same stitch. And now I'm just going to continue along, just making single crochets on top of each one of these single crochets of your previous row. Okay, so continue like this all around, and this is what it looks like on this corner. I'll meet you here at the end to show you how we're going to finish this row. Okay, I finished making this second row, and all I did here at the very end is just join here to the first single crochet with a slip stitch, and then I cut my yarn and passed my yarn through that last loop. And now with the new color, what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert my hook here into one of the single crochets. I have a loop here in this color white, and I'm going to just chain 1. Okay, insert my hook into the next single crochet, grab a loop and make a slip stitch. Chain 1, insert your hook into the next stitch, grab a loop, make a slip stitch, chain 1. Slip stitch, chain 1. Slip stitch, chain 1. This is just a decorative row, so this is what it looks like. Okay, so continue like this all around. I will meet you here on this other side where we have these buttonholes to show you how we're going to work this part here. Okay, I'm here on this other end. This is where we have our buttonholes, and then we have the first chain 1 space here that makes up my first buttonhole. So here I'm just going to continue with the same thing. I have made a chain 1, and into this chain 1 space I'm going to make a slip stitch. Chain 1, insert my hook into the next single crochet, slip stitch, chain 1, slip stitch, chain 1. So basically it's the same thing, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so continue like this along this part here, and then along the bottom side, and then I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished here, just joined here to the beginning with a slip stitch, cut my yarn, and then I just passed my yarn through that last loop, and I hid my ends here, and this is what it looks like. So my baby vest is done, and this is what it looks like. I was going to add some sleeves, but I think I'm just going to leave it as it is, since I've been getting a lot of requests from people asking to do little vests like these, and this was very easy to make. So there it is. This is what it looks like from the back. That's what it looks like as well. It's all done. So I hope you like this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.